Hey, this morning I'm going to do something a little bit different for Veterans Day. I'm going to make a pretty common breakfast in the Army, which is S word on a shingle. We're going to call it SOS, kind of a different nomenclature, kind of like the military. You got a nomenclature for just about everything. So anyway, I am a proud Army vet. I've come from a family of a lot of vets. My oldest son's an Army vet. My dad's Navy. Two of his brothers were Navy. One of them was Army. Both my grandfathers were Army in World War II. And we can go all the way back to Minutemen in the Revolution. So this meal, if you were in the military, you know what I'm talking about. You may have fond memories of this. To me, it was really kind of a comfort food. There were a lot of times when we were in the field that we didn't see hot meals for, a month or two at a time, unless you got near, the headquarters guys, and they had some little kitchens and things like that set up, and they would do things like SOS, which is basically hamburger meat, cream beef over toast. It's not very complicated at all. If it was, it probably wouldn't have been a staple of the military for so long, because it's something that's really simple. One funny thing too is when I was going through my training and stuff in the late 80s, they would not let you have eggs more than like 2 or 3 times a week because they thought that they were bad for you. But you could have this every day of the week. And this is definitely not the healthiest thing in the world to eat. So anyway, I've got about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and I'm just browning that over medium heat. I'm going to take, as that's starting to brown, you go ahead and put in a little bit less than a teaspoon of salt, just a little beef bouillon cube, throw that right in the middle, and 1/4 cup of flour. And then from there, you just stir it around for probably about 5 minutes until the flour all gets absorbed. So that's been going for about 5 minutes, and it's about pretty much brown. And at this point, you're gonna stir in, 2 and about 1/4 cups of milk. Do that real quick. And might be a little much. So, yeah, because I didn't quite have 1.5 pounds of hamburgers, so that's probably plenty of milk. And then really just a good splash of Worcestershire sauce. Now, we're just gonna let that cook down for about another 5 minutes. Okay, so this is going for another 5 minutes. I've got the shingle part of the S on the shingle. And at this point, it can be a little thin. If it's authentic, it's gonna be thin because they made that stuff go a long way. But if it's too thin for you, you can add a little bit of flour to thicken it up a little bit. This one turned out pretty well. Here we have if there is such a thing as a military, Army, whatever branch you were in, I'm sure you've had it. If there's such thing as a military comfort food, this is it. So anyway, give it a shot at home. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.